Okay, so picture this. You've got one of those special living expense coupons, maybe for a meal out, right? And you're excited to use it. You walk into a pretty modern restaurant, looks great, sleek digital ordering screen, maybe even one right at your table. Everything seems super smooth until you go to pay. And suddenly, that coupon just doesn't work. What gives?
Yeah, let's unpack that because it's fascinating, but also, frankly, pretty frustrating. We're diving deep today into this emerging snag in the digital payment world, specifically with these consumer coupons everyone's waiting for. It seems the tech designed to make life easier, these table order gadgets and kiosks might actually be causing some real headaches when you try to use certain government coupons.
It really is fascinating, isn't it? How something as simple as paying for dinner suddenly pulls back the curtain on all these layers. You've got policy, technology, the whole customer experience bumping up against each other. So our mission here really is to explore why these all-in-one digital ordering systems are causing grief for coupon users. And just how widespread is this becoming? What does it mean for you if you're holding one of these coupons or, if you're a business owner? We'll definitely look at the official warnings that are already out there and, well, the real frustration people are feeling.
Okay, so the core issue, let's nail it down. It's these table order devices, the ones where you order and maybe even pay without talking face to face, and the kiosks. They're making it tough, sometimes actually impossible, to use specific coupons like these living expense recovery ones, which is weird, right? You'd think digital means more compatible, not less. So what's the actual technical glitch here? Is it just bad software or something deeper?
It's actually quite specific, technically speaking. When you use your card on one of those machines, swipe it, tap it, whatever the system can mistakenly flag it, it flags it as an online electronic commerce transaction.
Ah, okay, online.
Exactly. And that's the kicker, because these particular coupons often have rules baked in saying no online use.
Right, I remember that being a restriction sometimes.
Yeah. So think of it like the source material gives this analogy. You know how if you pay inside a delivery app, the coupon won't work.
Mm-hmm.
But if the delivery driver brings a little portable card machine to your door, an offline one, then the coupon does work for the same meal.
Okay, I see. So it's not where you are, it's how the payment itself is being processed by the system.
Precisely. The kiosk or table order system is processing it like an online payment gateway, not like a standard in-person terminal.
That's a really crucial difference. So this isn't just some minor tech bug then. It sounds like it could be a bigger headache. Has anyone official, like the government, actually acknowledged this is happening?
Oh yeah, definitely not flying under the radar. The government's actually already on it, being quite proactive, really. The Ministry of Interior and Safety, they've put out a warning. It went through the Ministry of Economy and Finance to various other departments.
A warning. What did it say?
It's pretty direct. Basically says kiosks and table orders often have usage restrictions for these coupons. And it actually advises businesses to, and I'm quoting loosely here, induce the use of the merchant's own, meaning their regular separate card payment terminal.
Wow. So they're officially telling businesses, hey, try not to use the fancy kiosk for these payments.
That's the gist of it, yeah. It shows they absolutely recognize the problem, and they're trying to steer people towards the payment methods that work with the coupon rules.
Okay, good. They're addressing it. But, well, it also highlights what a challenge this must be if they have to issue specific guidance like that. And thinking bigger picture, this kind of issue, it feels familiar somehow. Didn't we see something similar maybe during the COVID relief fund distributions?
You're spot on. We absolutely saw similar problems back then. People trying to use relief funds and running into payment system issues. But there's a really critical difference now.
What's that?
Scale. Back during the early COVID funds, the number of places using these kiosks and table order things, it was pretty low. But now, we've seen this huge acceleration, this unmanned transformation, as some call it. Self-ordering systems are everywhere now.
Right. They seem to pop up all over the place during the pandemic and afterwards.
Exactly. And we have stats to back that up. As of last year, get this, 1 in 8 restaurants had already brought in kiosks or some kind of unmanned ordering system. That's nearly 13% adoption.
1 in 8? Wow, that's a significant chunk of places.
It really is. And that rapid adoption means they're expecting considerable confusion when these new coupons hit people's hands around July 21st. It kind of makes you think about that promise of frictionless tech, doesn't it? Sometimes the fix creates a whole new kind of friction.
No kidding. 1 in 8. And yeah, I can see the confusion coming. I think I nearly ran into this myself last week, actually, trying to use just regular loyalty voucher at a cafe, but they only had a kiosk for payment. It was a bit of a hang-on moment. But okay, beyond us consumers getting annoyed at the till or kiosk, what about the restaurant owners? You mentioned many invested heavily in these systems. They put in large sums, often with government encouragement pushing digital transformation, right? This must feel like a real kick in the teeth for them.
Absolutely. You can imagine how they feel. The sources say they feel, well, indignant is the word used. They followed the advice, invested in the tech, and now that very tech might actually stop customers from using these widely available coupons in their stores. It could actively drive business away.
Yeah, that's a tough spot. They're caught between the government pushing digital and the government issuing coupons that don't work with that digital system. A classic policy tech mismatch. Is there any precedent for this sort of thing? And more importantly, what could actually prevent this kind of clash in the future?
It definitely feels like they're caught in the middle. And yeah, it's a tough spot. As for precedent, well, policy lagging behind technology or tech rolling out without considering all the policy angles, that's not entirely new, but the speed of digital change today just makes these clashes happen faster and maybe bigger, ideally. Prevention would mean, policy being designed from the start with an eye on future tech interfaces. Or maybe new tech being properly checked against existing rules, like these coupon restrictions, before it gets rolled out everywhere.
So, better foresight, basically. Integrating the planning.
Exactly. The key takeaway here, if you connect the dots, is that digital transformation, even when it's meant to help, can hit these unexpected roadblocks with existing policies, especially when rules, like the ones for these specific coupons, weren't designed with kiosks and table ordering apps in mind. It really underscores the need to think about the human and policy side of all these digital tools.
Right. It's not just about the tech working, but working within the real world's rules and needs. So maybe here's something for all of us to chew on. As everything goes more and more digital, how do we actually make sure these tech advances simplify things for everyone? How do we avoid creating new hurdles, especially when it involves important things like, support programs meant to help people out? It's definitely something to think about next time you find yourself tapping away at one of those screens to place your order.